What's up, We Broke Garage fans? Happy Tuesday night. Welcome to Tuesday Night Shop Talk. How is everybody doing out there tonight? Mike Young, we've got a newbie in here. Mike Young, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. We're about to have a good one in here. I see Zach Hensel's in here. Old Talon Ham is in here from Florida. What's going on, gentlemen? Mike Young, we got us a new one in here. Mike, tell us where you're from, my friend. Guys, we're about to have a cool ass show tonight, man. We've got, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I'm going to have to check with him when we pull him on. Zachary Blausey. He is the owner of the Twisted Tea Bucket drag and drive car, and this thing is genuinely badass. He made some waves through Six Smokies down there in the whole Sick the Mag event, and with him being an Ohio boy, we are absolutely excited to have him on here tonight. So I will be bringing him in. Sorry, got a bug floating around my head here. We're going to be bringing him in here about Blausey. Chevy Sparks says Blausey. All right. Thank you, sir. Jason Carter's in the house. Mike, absolutely. We're going to be bringing him on. I think he's going to log in with us here about like 8:20 or so. So give us here about half an hour, and we will get cranked up. We kind of like to let some people get logged in and join in. That way they don't miss all the fun stuff. I don't like doing it right at the beginning. Brandon Tucker is logged in from Port Charlotte, Florida. What's going on, Brandon? Chevy Sparks, you're a new guy on here, man. Where are you from? What are you rolling with? Mike, what are you rolling with? Where are you logging in from? We like to see some new people in here. You guys are going to meet some awesome people in here tonight through the chat rooms. I can tell you that. We started this about 20 weeks ago, I suppose. We're on episode number 20 here. And I tell you, some of these guys in this chat, they come in every single week on Tuesdays. And a lot of them's actually become pretty good friends now and ain't never even met each other before. So Zach is a legend in his neighborhood. Check this out, guys. All right, we got another Toledo guy in here too, so check that out. What's wrong?
Your lips are slower than your words.
It probably will be on there, but it's not on here.
Okay.
It probably will be on the feed.
Is that plugged in good enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't even
know. No, you're fine. Making sure we don't have any technical difficulties in here tonight. Chevy Sparks says he's from Toledo. Don't tell me you know a guy by the name of Jim Fox up there also, do you? Speed Shop at Toledo. Absolutely right, Jason Carter. We did find out last night on Chris Pierce's show that Talon Ham is the millionaire of the group. Jason Carter has moved on to the second place millionaire this year now. Mike is living out in Colorado now, so we've got a new state that is now logged in here, guys. Colorado. Jim Butcher, I don't think so. Jim Butcher's calling in from Punta Gorda, Florida, but Talon Ham is in Naples, so he's a little bit farther south of me. High Test Auto Works in the house tonight, tuning in from, where are you tuning in from, Jeremy? Tuning in to hear the legend of Toledo. I see that. He is by far the legend, that's for sure. That dude made some serious waves. Jim Fox is on here. I guess we could do a little sneak peek. Jim Fox says he's got a video of the T-Bucket throwing some flames. Let's show you guys what you're getting in for tonight here. I know this kid has worked extremely hard on this car. Let's see here. How about this one right here? This will be a good one to show. How about that? If I'm not mistaken, that was down there in Nashville on Six Smokies when we were down there with them. So that's actually how we actually met. Zach was at the Six Smokies. We got to talk with him briefly, but man, you couldn't even hardly get around him after that, buddy. Everybody was going after him. Jeremy's in Michigan. Man, yeah, we're getting a good crowd in here today. That's good, guys. I really wanted to get him on here and help get him some new fans and kind of share his story out there. He's a pretty humble fella, for sure. But yeah, we're excited to get to know him a little bit tonight. We've got some good questions going in. Darren Mahan's logging in from Savannah, Georgia. What's going on, Darren? Jim, actually, we were sharing pictures back and forth earlier from when I brought my 63 wagon up there to one of your shows. Good deal. Anybody out in the shop working tonight? Got us up on the big screen in the shop? I bet you Jason does, and I bet you Zach does, and I bet you Talon does. We are missing 2 normal guys in here. Anybody wants to reach out to them, make sure that they're still alive. We have no Chris Pierce, and we have no Jimbo Slice so far. Actually, Jimbo Slice got off the phone with me earlier. He said, let me call you right back. And that was 6 hours ago. I'm still waiting on that phone call, but that's all right. Darren, how's the Ubering going down there in Savannah, Georgia? You've been staying busy? Don't forget, we got a Ranger to put together, bud. Jason Carter's inside the house already. That way he doesn't have to go too far to get into bed. Mike says he's working on the dirt bike tonight. Front caliper sticking up on it. I had one of those on my truck earlier today. As a matter of fact, you know, it's always fun when you're 2.5 hours into a 30-minute pad slap. That was a great time. A great time. I like seeing this. That means we're that much closer to ordering a Kill Shot 2 system for that small block Ford, bud. We should probably pay for the transmission first. Then we can get that Kill Shot 2. Yeah, Zach, he tends to do that from time to time. He gets busy. But that's all right. He's a wild man. I want to know who all watched Jimbo's video and thought that his motorcycle actually caught on fire. Mike Young, I hate to hear that, but I'm glad to have you on here tonight. At least we can give you some entertainment tonight. Oh, look who come in. Shannon Hook is in here. Hi, Shannon. Thanks for joining in tonight. If you guys don't know, our Cruise for a Cure 2026 that's happening May 2nd and 3rd. Miss Shannon Hook is going to follow along with us and do all the photography for that event. So make sure you're saving up your pennies and your dollars, guys. She's going to take some good photography, and we're going to get you some pictures made of the event. We're really excited about having her join along with us. We're going to get her back in with her hot rod family. She misses that hot rod family. We did a lot of talking about you earlier, Jimbo. It's funny. I says, there's no way you know Jim Fox, right? After you made that post on my or a comment on my post. He said, oh yeah, he says, parts from his store actually helped me get that thing put together under a budget. So he was very thankful for that. Good deal, guys. What time are we looking at? 11? Yes, we still got another about 10 minutes or so before he gets on here. All right, what else is good in the news, guys? Racing news. Don't care about anything else. Racing, hot rodding. We got some of these out-of-state guys coming in here. What kind of events you guys got going on? Is it warm where you're at? I know if you're from Michigan, it's not, because you guys got about the same weather we have here. But in other news, I finally got to start working on my Blazer. Man, you guys missed a lot. If you haven't been keeping up on the Facebook page, this past weekend, I had a bad case of ephitol and didn't touch anybody else's vehicles all weekend. All I did was work on the Blazer, and we definitely made some steam on that thing. We got all the frame re-welded in where it cut the cross member out. We got the new motor sat down in there. We got gold member set down in there. It came from Jimbo Slice. Got the motor plate, mid plate in. The frame has all been degreased, sanded down, and painted. Steering box is in. Steering shaft is in. Header, turbo headers have been made. Turbos mounted. Fuel cells in it. Rear coilovers have been changed. What else? I got the rear end torque part in it right now. So oddly enough, we thought it had 308 rear gears in it from the day I bought it, and I took them all apart, and it was 411. So today I went down to Johnstown and met up with a buddy of mine at Old Redbeard's garage, and he actually had a 350 9-inch 4-gear laying there. So I swapped him out my 411s for the 350s, and that's what's going into it right now. You know, I kind of heard about that, except for I think it was leaf spring guys instead of ladder bar guys, because most of the time he's on ladder bar or on leaf springs. This is his first ladder bar car. Mike Young says he's trying to shoot for Michigan Miles Sick Ward this year. Have you been on a Sick event yet, Mike? We actually did 2 of them in the Sick Ward with my wife's Blazer, and we had an absolute blast. From what I hear, the Blazer should be coming back here this week, so that's pretty exciting. Keep tuned with the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. I'll be putting some updates on there for that. We're pretty excited to get that thing back. We've got an awesome ACES EFI system to get installed in it. We got a new set of 799 heads to put on it. What else we got? Mama Bear wants some power windows in it, so we're gonna put some power window regulators in it and change up the door panels and the front seats. So we got a lot of work to do on that thing when it comes back too. I'll go ahead and throw this out since we've got some new guys on here. Yep, Zachary says he's going to be tuning in momentarily. He just sent me a text message. So if you guys are on here to see him, just hang tight and we'll get him on here. I'll go ahead and show you guys all this. To keep in mind, May 2nd and 3rd, we are doing a Cruise for the Cure. The tickets are for sale on thefote.com. It's a 2-day cruise. It's right around 300 miles. And actually, Jim Fox that's on here is going to be one of our stops. We leave out of the Hartford Fairgrounds in Croton, Ohio on Saturday morning. We're going to drive north up to Hot Shot Secret for our very first checkpoint. Then we're going to head up to the Speed Shop of Toledo, James Fox's location. I'm going to put him on the spot saying that I'll probably make up some coupons. That way anybody that has anything to do with the Cruise for a Cure can go in and buy some stuff from him and use a 5% off or something coupon on there. We'll make that happen. But after Jim Fox's place, the Speed Shop Toledo, we are going to head over to the Millbury Car and Truck Museum. At the museum, we'll have a small little car show for the local crowd there, and then we'll disperse to the hotels. After that, Sunday morning, our very first stop is going to be the Lighthouse at Port Clinton. And then our second stop, I am leaning towards the Mansfield Reformatory. We're going to try to do Mansfield Speedway, but they are having an event there that day that just recently popped up. So I think we're going to do a photo op in front of the Mansfield Reformatory and then meet back at the Hartford Fairgrounds. Once we're back there, we'll do a little award ceremony, and then all the money that is raised through thefote.com is going to be presented into 2 checks to 2 families that are currently fighting cancer here local to us. We'll have all kinds of raffle drawings to give out. We'll have gifts for the poker run, no matter what your hand is, from 5 different cards to Royal Flush. We'll have gifts for everybody. So don't forget, guys, thefote.com. It's a relatively cheap entry fee because the sponsors that we've had step up on this, purchasing the windshield banners and purchasing the tickets to get in the museum and whatnot. So every dollar that is brought in on thefote.com for the co-pilots and for the drivers will be donated to these families. So if you get a chance, man, jump on into that thing. We're going to go have some fun. We got people coming all the way up from Florida for that event. So we're really looking forward to it. There you go, Jim. Since I put him on the spot, he says he knows he's in. Let's see. Okay, Mike. So you haven't done. We had a blast in Sick Ward. So it's an awesome time. Absolutely awesome time. Shannon says, I'm Mama Bear and Amber is my cub. Amber's actually in the man cave on the other side of this wall watching this. Sandra Blausey. Did I say it right? Blausey? Blausey, I think is what it was. B-L-A-W. Somebody told me about that. Let's see. I was getting ready to use Amber's blazer to slow me down on the Smokies. Good thing we didn't have it painted yet then, huh? Chris Hawkins is in the house. I see Zach in there. Zach, can you hear me okay talking already? Oh, yeah, he's smiling. I can see him. You got a lot of fans in here, Zach. I'll pull you in here in just a minute. Zachary's mom's on here. Check that out. Hi, Sandra. Nice to meet you. Okay, so this brings up a good point, guys. I actually talked to Jimbo Slice about this today. Darren Hand says, I want to do the cruise, but I have nothing to do the drive-in. Listen, guys, I could care less if it's a semi-truck, if it's a boat with wheels on it, or if you want to pedal a bicycle through it. I'm not turning ticket sales away. I don't care what you're driving. If you want to come and support our event that is helping support families in troubled times right now, I can give a shit less what you guys bring. Honestly, if it's a daily driver, we just had 13 motorcycles sign up for it. So I don't care. Whatever it is you guys want to bring, a daily, a hot rod, a motorcycle, a boat. If you want to ride a llama, I don't care. Bring it. Pay for your tickets and bring it. We ain't going to turn you guys away. So make sure you guys share that with your friends. If you got any motorcycle people, fill them in on it also. Get them to sign up. All right. Let me see how we can do this. Guys, lo and behold, the one that everybody's been waiting on. Zachary. What's going on, Zachary?
Oh, the usual. I here in the garage just got done working on
I normally don't bring people on here, and I've got to be able to listen to you.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I might have to call my wife out here real quick. Hold on just a second.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Amber, if you're watching this, I need your help. I got to find the volume button on the Hey Batchy here. Here she comes. She's coming to rescue us.
You want to hear him?
Yeah, I got to be able to hear him talk.
So the volume is going to be up here.
There it is.
Thanks, Amber.
Crank me up there a little bit.
I could hear him just fine.
I know you could, but the computer was turned down. Now let's see if he can talk.
All right, how you doing?
There he is. All right, high five, back. Good job. Man, look at all them hot rods behind you.
Yeah, I got a few here.
There's a couple. Is that?
Yeah, 70 Cutlass, obviously Twisted T, and my first project car, little yellow dune buggy over here.
Nice. All right. Yeah, guys, I just want to let you know I couldn't hear him because I always turn the volume down on my computer. And, with the last live special guest that we had, it was kind of going in and out. And we have got a new computer this time, and I don't know how to work it yet. So, apologize for that little bit there. But, okay, Zach, well, I'm glad we've got you on here. There's been so many people on here already that came here just because they said they wanted to see the legend of Toledo.
Yeah, I'm sure. And the story's never actually really been told before. A couple of magazine articles.
This is going to be, other than, one of the largest drag and drive articles in the world.
Yeah, that is
that. This gentleman, Mike Young here, says, "Hey, Zach, never met up, but your crazy neighbor Trina and Tim told me to tune in."
Oh, shoot. Yeah, they're down the road here. Nice.
Yeah, yep. And then Jim Fox is on here. Where's he at? He's on here somewhere. I don't know. He made a comment. There he is. He called you Mr. Crazy.
That's a pretty good way to describe it, I'd say, for sure.
Like I said, Jim and I, what was it, Jim? Probably about 20 years ago that you and I met when I was working at Donley Ford. You had to use car lot in Mount Vernon. Man, there's people blowing up questions for you already. We'll answer some of these. Chevy Sparks tells me to ask about the special edition Corvette outside that somebody keeps trying to give it a certain name.
He wants to call a little C4 Corvette I got off the side of the road the Ford Vet. Fix and repair. Yeah, it has a history.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like if you got it off the side of the road, it was broke down, so that's pretty fitting.
Yeah, I drove past it a few times, and actually him and I were on a trip down to Texas to buy a car that didn't work out. But on the side of the road, I said, if that's there when we come back, I'm going to check it out because there's no plate on it. And it's still there, and door was unlocked and the registration in it. And I went to the address and the registration. The guy said, you can have it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was middle of winter, and, well, you're Ohio, so you know how it is. He had water in the engine and was trying to drive it. So froze it and overheated it.
Nice.
So,
very good.
It's got a nice little LS in it that I promptly blew up in the first 50 miles.
Good deal. All right, let's work down through the list here a little bit. Let's find out a little bit. Do you prefer Zach or Zachary?
Well, don't tell my mom because she'd be the one who's, I named him Zachary, but we can go with Zach to keep it quick.
Okay. And then it's Blausey or Blausey?
Blausey.
Blausey. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Now at least I know what to call you. So you live in
Toledo, up in a little community of Toledo called Point Place.
Okay. So he's a Toledo, Ohio guy for all you Ohio folks out there. Let's find out a little bit about you. Are you married?
Nope. Got a girlfriend. That's about it. Life's pretty simple.
Yep. And no kids.
Nope. No kids. That's
why you have all the race cars behind you. Perfect.
Yeah, I get to start working on them though, because they need a place to go eventually, I'm sure.
Now, what kind of work do you do for a living, Zach?
Automotive research and development. I currently work for Dana in the research development for heavy duty and light duty axle.
Okay, perfect. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Now, is that a Michigan job or is that still in Ohio?
That is in Ohio, right down the road from me. Prior to this, I did 9 years at a research facility up in Ann Arbor, so that was a long drive every day.
I bet. Absolutely. So, you've got a few cars back there, but one of the main ones the main one that I know you for is the Twisted T. You want to give everybody a rundown of kind of the Twisted T and how it kind of came about?
Yeah, it's kind of a longish story. But
we're here for unlimited hours, buddy. However long you want to stay on here.
Well, I guess we can start with you went to college and started working on cars through college, and worked at a car dealer, GM dealer in Fremont. And one of the guys there had an old Model T and did a T bucket out of it. I was like, "That's a pretty cool build." And when I was a kid, I had this little Hot Wheels car, actually show here, that I'd always wanted in real life. 32 Ford with a blown big block, chopped. Yep. But obviously can't afford that. and still can't.
Yeah, only Jason Carter can afford blown big blocks.
Yeah, I can't even afford the body. Heck, so I was like, oh, you know what? I can build the next best thing. It's a T-bucket, and I'll build the frame with the dimensions. And if I ever wanted to put a Model A on it, I could. And that was actually the first version of this. It was just a little 350 small block with twin turbos on it, actually. Jim Fox there, he's seen it quite a few times at his car shows. Fast forwarding a little bit, there was a night me and some of my buddies were out at a bar, and they all said, hey, you should put an LS on that and take that to LS Fest in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And that was, I think, 36 days away. So I'm like, okay, I could put an LS in it.
Yep.
To be honest, that car was extremely sketchily built. Frame tubing was 1.5 by 2 and thin wall box steel.
Nice.
So I started thinking about like it's not going to handle an LS. So unbeknownst to pretty much everybody, I started building a whole car from the ground up. All I did was go to work, come home, and work on that, and in 33 days, I built what you see behind me there, Twisted T.
Yep.
Obviously not quite this level at that time. Back then it was a twin turbo small block, but without the roll cage, everything else pretty much the same way it was back then.
Okay.
So,
and now it's a 6-liter LS with an 871 on it?
1471.
1471. Okay. Yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah, it had a 671 on it, but driving it everywhere because it really never gets trailered. The intake air temps were getting a little insane. So,
and I'm glad you kind of brought that up because I actually found out, and this was not from you, it was from somebody else down there. You drove that thing from Toledo to Huntsville, Alabama for Six Smokies. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, it is 100% correct. That was the longest drive in it, non-stopped on the way there. I've done with it.
And then you drove it so you not only drove it from Toledo to Huntsville, but you put it 1,000 miles through Six Smokies and then turned around and drove it back home.
Yep. And
guys, when I tell you this guy's a rock star, this is a picture that I came up with. This is how Zach was sleeping at each one of the tracks or at the hotel each night. He didn't get a hotel room. He had a hammock that attached to the roll cage of his car and went back to his trailer. And that's what the boy slept in every night during the event.
You gotta do what you gotta do when you don't have money.
Yeah, talking about balling on a budget.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look that budget of a car, but this car, I actually totaled it up today for the first time ever to know what's in it. Yeah. And it is sub $10,000.
That's perfect, man. That's perfect. And the notoriety that you have gotten out of having this car is unbelievable. Kyle Fisher, what's going on, man? Kyle Fisher's from Hot Shot Secret. He's in here.
Oh, nice.
The notoriety that you've gotten from that hot rod is just, it's unbelievable. For those that don't know, like Talon and Jason and myself, we all went on Six Smokies along with Zach. And when you finish Six Smokies, they give you the option to purchase a shirt that says, I survived sick, whatever, whether it's summer or sick week or Six Smokies. And lo and behold, this shirt pops out with the Twisted T rolling through Tail the Dragon. So Zach went on this trip and ended up with his damn shirt or a damn car on the back of the Six Smokies shirt, which was absolutely awesome. Not to mention he got some pub in the Sick the magazine. And then you also got invited to put your car on display at Detroit Autorama.
Yep, never would have seen that one coming. That's actually my birthday, so that was a great birthday gift.
Absolutely. That's awesome. It was very cool to see your car up there amongst, on either side of you, you've got $75,000 to $100,000 race cars, and to see something that you built out of your own garage with your own hands, and like you say now, with less than 10 grand into it, parked amongst those rides, that's an accomplishment, man. We definitely kudos to you on that.
Thank you. Never would have guessed it would be what it is today.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely awesome that that you get the chance to do that. I mean, I went through and I downloaded a bunch of pictures of your car to kind of share with everybody. This is probably one of my favorite ones. You know, up on top of the mountain on the side of the road. That was absolutely awesome. And this one we actually witnessed you doing because we were parking right next to you.
That was the moment everybody found out I was packing something a little extra.
Yeah. Yep. That was our very last stop in Nashville.
Yep.
Is that correct? Yep. That was our last checkpoint in Nashville, the very first day of Six Smokies. So yeah, there was another one that I did too. Maybe I didn't save it on here, but oh yeah, I did. Here it is. He likes to have fun with this car too, guys. Check this picture out.
That reindeer is 120 mile an hour capable. I'm here to tell you.
That's awesome. Now that looks like that was before the roll cage, huh?
Oh, it's on there. You just can't. Let me see. Actually, what year is this? That is before the roll cage. That was in a Christmas parade. Yes.
That's perfect.
I do that every year. There's a couple of them out there with me dressed as Santa Claus this year, running around shooting flames downtown Toledo with that set up.
That's absolutely awesome. So I've got a few comments I got to check back in here on. Mike Young says that has to rattle the windows for blocks.
It does.
It's not quiet.
Actually, we have a neighbor 9 houses down who's their kid is deaf. And he comes running outside when I start that car, they were telling me, because he can feel it from that far away.
Yep, rattling his insides. That's awesome. Yep. That's awesome. Mike Everett, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining in here. Let's see. Jason Carter says, I have to ask, are you overdrive on that blower or under?
Significantly under. I don't know the ratio. I can tell you it's a 45 tooth on the bottom and 65 on the top. And it still makes 19 pounds boost like that.
And they made you slow that car down at Six Smokies, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, I don't have any cage certification. With some reasons behind that I'm pretty upset about. But so yeah, I could only run in the what class was it? 1099, I believe it was, whatever that equated to 8th mile.
Yeah, so it was like 750s or something, I think, is what I saw you running.
Yeah, I think 740s I was targeting. Yeah, because I had a perfect slip one day of 740. Because it turns out if I let off at a 330 foot in first gear, it runs exactly a 740.
That's wild to know. Now, what's the car run? I've seen your dial-in board on a picture too. It said like 557.
Yep. I broke out on that actually. It was definitely my fastest run ever, that pass. I can't remember. I think it was 555 or 556. That was at LS Fest. The air was perfect. You had the picture of the car doing the wheelie. That was at the 330 foot, still up on the back wheels.
That's crazy.
Just insane. It's never done a wheelie that far, that long. And that car death wobbled and scared me and still ran that quick.
That's awesome. Shannon Hook on here says that, and Shannon does photography. She says your girlfriend needs to get some pics soon with Twisted Tea.
Oh yeah, we'll have to forward that number to you. Did she get some pictures of me before? I can't remember.
Shannon has not. Shannon has kind of been out of the game a little bit for a while. Shannon used to do, so my wife used to be, and actually a couple of the other women that are in the chat here tonight used to be part of a group of girls called the Horsepower Honeys. And they would go around and they would bracket race and have their own little group together. And Shannon did all the photography for them. Unfortunately, I tried to revive that Horsepower Honeys a couple years ago and just couldn't get any support out of it. But Shannon is actually going to travel along with us on our Cruise for a Cure coming up in May. And she's going to do all the photography for that cruise. So we're definitely looking forward to getting her back behind the lens. She does a great job. And unfortunately, some life things just got in the way and she kind of stepped away from it for a while.
I hope you come back to this. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike says so many memories in the old Twisted Tea. Zach's a talented dude. I wish it were still slow. I wouldn't dare ride with Zach with that sort of power. Which brings up a funny story because we're cruising down Broadway in Nashville. And I look over and I say, babe, there is no way that Jerry's big ass is getting into that tea bucket. And she said, no way. And I said, there's no way. Literally seen him throwing his leg over the side of it to get in. I said, there's no way they're both going to fit in that thing. And next thing you know, you guys pulled up right next to us.
Yep. We made it work. There's more room in it than you'd think.
Yeah.
But the camera equipment and the batteries, we had stuff stacked everywhere, helmet strapped to the roll cage up top, but we made it work.
But to be able to cruise that thing down Broadway in Nashville, that was a neat experience, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, especially 3 trips up and down for Jerry and all. That was awesome.
Yeah. That was awesome. Kelly Carter, who is Jason Carter's wife, they were in that like maroonish Pro Street Nova that was running with my wife and I in the Blazer.
Yes.
Kelly says, my favorite car from Six Smokies, the hot dog truck, was my second favorite car.
The hot dog truck.
She's saying that your car was definitely the favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, it left an impression. I was a little impressed with the splash it made.
Yeah, it's a unique build, man. I think you did a great job with that. Jeremy says he drove that T home from the Autorama in the dead of winter and filming the whole way. And I think I remember seeing the video on your Facebook page of that one.
Yep. That like I
Jason,
said, no trailer.
huh?
Like I said, no trailer. Everybody's trailered up there. No.
And that's kind of the way that we're moving with our stuff. I mean, we trailered Amber's Blazer down to Alabama. We had a really bad experience at Sick Week 2025. We lost a couple of valve springs in it and ended up blowing the piston out of number 7. 2, literally, I was, what was I doing? Oh, I was putting transmission back in at 3:00 in the morning. The same day we were leaving for Huntsville, Alabama. The transmission had huffed on us the Saturday before we were supposed to leave, and I had just gotten it back. So we didn't really know what was going on with it. But now that it's went through that, I will jump in that thing and drive it to Florida tomorrow and not even think about it. So,
oh yeah, you're afraid of it.
yeah. So, I mean, we drag that little drag and drive trailer behind us, and I can pretty much rebuild anything out of what I've got in that drag and drive trailer. So,
you have a little more real estate than I do.
yeah.
I think I can build a new trailer for 666. Might have to take a spare engine just in case.
Man, I wanted to get into that so bad, but unfortunately, the sick guys just kind of really made it impossible for new people to get in on that trip. You know, between all the top 100 from 2 previous races, and then all the gassers getting in. I mean, there's no meat on the bone left for that one. So yeah, you can do sick Ward, but we're finally getting to the point where we're comfortable enough to do the racing side of it too. Like, we want to move up a little bit in the world, and just not going to happen. So we're actually planning on doing, we've got our cruise May 2nd and 3rd, and then we turn around the end of May and do Drop the Hammer up in Michigan with Carl Stansel and the Pro Blazer. And then we turn around at the end of June and do Buckeye Skips, which is Coonley, National Trails, Dragway 42 back to Coonley. And then we turn around in September and do Drop the Hammer down in North Carolina. So those are going to be our 3 this year.
What's your date for Buckeye Skip, by the way?
What's our what?
What's the dates you have for that, for Buckeye Skip?
Let me pull up in the calendar here. I think it is June 29th is the starting day of it.
Okay. I was kind of interested in that, so I will see. I might try to make it to that one. Yeah,
if you want, let me know. Normally Skippy's on here. The guy that actually runs that drag and drive, him and Carl are both normally on here. But if you want, I can get you Skippy's number. I know he's still got, I think, 20 spots left to get in on it. So yeah,
I just got to see if I can finagle the time off work to make that happen.
just tell him you quit, or send me send me their phone number. I'll call them and tell them about it.
Yeah.
They got to know, like, you're famous in this shit now. So work is like getting in the way of stuff.
Slow me down.
Yeah. Mick Throttle's in here. What's going on, Mick Throttle? Mike Young says, "Hey fellas, cool pod. Thanks, Corey. Zach, I look forward to meeting up with you and do some bench racing. Mike, I don't know if you're still in here, but we appreciate you jumping in here, my friend. Definitely had some new people in here tonight. That was really cool. So I know you had mentioned 666. What other events do you are you looking at possibly doing this year?
Well, with that one being a longer one and me planning to take all of Route 66 from Chicago to get there,
Yeah.
and the time off, I'm probably going to be able to squeeze in Michigan miles.
Okay.
That I'm signed up for, which if I had known, I didn't even think about 66, right? I signed up for Michigan miles, got in. The next thing you know, it's like 66 and the 100-year anniversary. And I'm like, I have to try, like, because there's so many other things I want to do, like LS Fest I do every year, which I may or may not do this year, just depending on how things fall. But there's
now, when is LS Fest?
The first or the weekend closest to Labor Day. So this year, though, it's like September 5th or so, the weekend of about September 5th.
Okay, so that's when we're going to be. I think that's when we're going to be in Drop the Hammer then.
Yeah. I believe that's the same.
Yeah, Drop the Hammer, North Carolina, I think, is the same weekend. Let's see, LS Fest 2026. Let's see what they're popping up here for us. Oh, that says Las Vegas.
That'd be a fun one.
Yeah.
Look up LS Fest East. That'll help you.
Yeah, this one just says Holly LS Fest 2026. Let's see. Holly LS Fest East 2026. Because that's actually one of them that that I told Amber I'd be interested in going to. Yeah, it looks like they did it in June of last year, huh?
That probably would have been West.
Oh, no. LS Fest registration went on in June, September 5th through the 7th on 2025. So if they stick with that same weekend, then yes, that's going to be the same weekend that we are going to be. It'll be the 4th through the 6th, it looks like. And we will be in North Carolina for Drop the Hammer.
It will be the weekend after because it always falls on my girlfriend's birthday, and this year it doesn't. So I know it's the weekend after.
Okay.
The 3rd.
So, yeah, so it'll be the 11th through the 13th then, and that's when Drop the Hammer is.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll try for LS Fest next year or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Kind of, it's close to my heart because that's what the car was built for. That was literally the only reason it exists.
Absolutely, 100%, 100%. Now, do you have any upgrades going on in your car this year?
I'm trying. There's a little one. Well, there's a little one and a big one.
Okay.
So the little one is I'm obviously trying to compete in gasser class, and this is by far not a gasser.
Right.
So we're going for Spirit of the Gasser. I'm actually going to try to put a real straight axle onto this instead of a drop axle and get the front end up like 16 inches.
Wow.
So it will be a project. It would be lying if I didn't say I was a little afraid because we all know death wobble and gassers,
Yeah. What about it flipping over backwards off the starting line? Are you kind of worried about that?
Wheelie bars over here that were fake bolt-ons. They're about to be very real. I am not letting that happen.
That's what I would absolutely be worried about is that damn thing flipping over backwards on me.
It's got a bent frame from a very large wheelie.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, you should have seen the operation to straighten it. All 4 corners strapped down on my 4-post lift and bottle jacks in the middle, jacking it up, just bending it back up.
No way.
Yeah, so
at least you didn't take out the tree like that one homeboy did down there at Nashville,
That was pretty impressive.
That was impressive.
That track, did you go down that track at all?
No, like I said, we were in sick ward, so we didn't get a chance to.
That track was the sketchiest track I have ever been on.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, man, between the leaves and everything else. I think it was fun, don't get me wrong, but normally the car just goes straight and it's kind of brainless.
Yeah.
That thing was pulling left, right. I was going wall to center. And then at the end of the track, there's just a ravine. It just goes off the edge.
Nice.
You better be stopping.
You want to talk about sketchy tracks? One right here in Ohio. Have you ever seen KD Dragway down South Webster? Oh
yeah, that one.
There's no way I'd even pull on the front gate with your car.
No way.
No way. Jason had a question here. He says, you were having trouble with it getting hot. Is that why you went with a larger blower?
Yes. So I run flex fuel in this, and not a lot of money. So it's on 93 a lot of the time, if not even 87 if I'm just cruising. So the intake air temps used to get up there like 240.
That's high.
Yeah. And I'd still beat on it like that.
Right.
So this opportunity for this 1471 came up. Screaming deal, $300. Couldn't get there fast enough. Told work I was sick and left.
I would have called in dead and went after it for $300. That's crazy.
That's the problem. I was on lunch and I saw it. So I'm like, hey guys, I got sick from lunch and had to take off.
That's nuts. So I think the reason that Jason's asking this stuff about the blower is because he's got a monster cubic inch big block in that Nova. And before we went down to 6 Smokies, he actually ganked his 871 off because he couldn't keep that big block cool. And he was scared driving it through the mountains that it was really going to overheat. So he ended up putting it all off and just putting a carburetor on it.
I see. I don't have any engine overheating issues, just intake air temps.
Okay.
Which now 110 degrees cruising. They'll still get up 230 like at the end of a pass, but it's on E85 in a pass. It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
But
right.
Yeah, the engine will stay very cool, except for the people who witnessed on Broadway in Nashville me getting out a water bottle because I forgot to turn my fan on.
Yeah, that sucks.
I was not looking down at the temperature gauge, and next thing you know, I'm like, it sounds funny. And it was taking out like 30 degrees of timing. And I'm like, why is it taking out timing? I look at the temperature gauge and go, oh boy.
Yeah, pull over for a second here.
Well, if you remember, there was no pulling over.
No. And it was all from the one dude that was with us that decided to do a burnout right on Broadway.
Oh, man, just got us all. He just backed up, cop pulling over there.
Yeah, it took us like 2 hours to get through Broadway.
Yeah.
All because he had one lane blocked down. But, man, he was so funny. We ended up meeting up with him at that scoreboard place.
Yep.
And he got out of the car, and I said, what'd they hit you with? And he told me about his ticket. And he said, I had to call my wife and tell her. I'm like, man, how'd that go? And he says, I called her and says, babe, I got good news and I got bad news. And she said, well, what's the good news? He said, I'm taking you to Nashville. He said, she got all excited. And then she says, okay, what's the bad news? He goes, I got to go to court while we're there. I thought that was the funniest thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Jason's actually got, what year is yours, Jason? 64, 65 Nova? He's wanting to build a gasser out of. And I think that's why he's asking, because he took that 871 off of his Pro Street Nova, and he was wanting to do an LS with the blower in that gasser. So,
all you need is Timu head studs and Speedmaster intake. You're pretty well set with a stock LS.
Yeah, he said it's a 6.5. He said I'm putting the 871 on a 408. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
So they both, Kelly and Jason both fell in love with them gassers when we were down there at the 6 Smokies. So he's all excited about doing that one. All right, what other questions do I got for you here? We talked about what got you interested in the hot rods. We talked about your car. We talked about you. We talked about the Detroit Autorama. What was your thoughts on the Detroit Autorama as a whole?
I mean, I guess since I've been going there since I was a kid, I'm a little numb to it. But actual experience of being there in it is significant. Like just the amount of people that you actually are there. Like when you're walking through, I'm like, oh, there's a lot of people. But when you stand with your car, and really just how many people actually come through in a day and look at them is insane.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite memories is just sitting here and hanging out, and a bunch of kids are walking, looking at cars. And one goes, there's Twisted Tea. And like 5 kids come run over. Like my car, I never would have expected anything I own would have a bunch of kids just like looking for that car to come running for it.
Right.
Like all $100,000 cars, Cyclone, and pretty cool feeling.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Jason wants to know what kind of injection you have.
Well, it's a Holley Terminator X, and then I made a homemade injection plate that goes on between the blower and the hat. So
aces and a homemade injection plate, Jason. We don't run that Holley shit.
No, you don't talk about that. Hey, well, the other secret that I was bringing up earlier, in addition to the straight axle, is but only 4 people really know about this little project.
Well, now about 35 do.
Yeah, they're about to. There's a little code name called Twisted 3.
Oh, okay.
The chassis is sitting outside right now with a 750 cert on it.
Nice.
And
good for you.
Building another blown LS right here.
I was going to ask. That was on my list. Is what's that big bastard right there behind you?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big boy.
Huh. Yeah, same exact setup, 1471. But the only difference is going to be this is a 5.3 all aluminum, and I normally run a 6.3 or a 6.0 normally. So
okay. But you're gonna have both. You're gonna have both of them going though, right?
Kinda. We'll see how this is gonna go. I don't know if the 750 car, as much as I'd like it to be a drag and drive car, the way the cage is set up, I don't know how it's gonna work out, if possible. Yeah. We'll see, but there will probably be. It might have to get renamed, but just for now, the code project is Twisted 3. It'd be nice to make it the same car.
That's badass. All right, we got another question here for you. Nate Frazee says, "What kind of front suspension steering setup do you run on it?" Nate, this was already mentioned when you were grinding paint off the front fender that you were trying to spray balm on there. He's actually switching over to a straight front axle from a drop axle.
Yeah, and it's just got a reverse Corvair steering box on it. Nothing fancy. Side steer Corvair steering box. That's interesting. Yeah. Traditional T-bucket, if you look it up, it's the first most common design. So
okay. What else did I have for you? Okay, so far, what's your favorite event you've been to? Whether it's cruising, Detroit Autorama, Drag and Drive.
Six Smokies was amazing. It's probably my favorite next to LS Fest, though, just because all the things kept lining up for LS Fest, right?
Okay.
Built it in 33 days, and on the 3rd year of having it built, I did my first ever pass on the drag strip, so that's why it's numbered 333. 3 years and 33 days.
That's awesome.
It's probably why, but as for like the experience and the fun, it was Six Smokies, just hands down. The traveling, the camaraderie, everything about it.
I 100% agree with that, and we've talked about this numerous times on this podcast. The camaraderie that you get with a drag and drive event is second to none. I mean, there's just nothing. There's no other event out there that you can go to or type of drag racing you can go to get the kind of camaraderie that you get in a drag and drive event. And the experiences of the places you get to go and get to witness that you would otherwise never go see. Just like the prison. When we went down to the prison down there, I don't know, did you get a chance to go through that place?
No, but I heard you said you had to go to the bathroom and spend some time in there.
100%. We spent like 2.5 hours in there. It was awesome. I mean, when we went in there, the girls were like, hey, just tell them at the front door you have to go to the bathroom. The bathrooms are clear in the back of the facility. Like, you have to walk through all the facility just to get to the bathrooms. And man, it was just awesome. They had that museum that was in there. We got to spend a bunch of time in there, and I never even knew that stuff was there. It's things you would never think about. And then to have Mark from the Moonshiners show, and his wife's distillery right down the road from there, that was cool as hell. So,
yep.
The drag and drive is definitely something fun, and it even goes into the smaller ones, like Drop the Hammer. When we went up to Drop the Hammer last year, we had some really cool checkpoints that Carl came up with up there, the older train stations and the mom and pop ice cream shops, and that stuff's just always fun for us. And we're definitely hooked on it. Long story short, we met up with Carl. I want to say it was it was the first year of Sick Week down in Florida. I think it was 22, if I'm not mistaken. We were living down in Punta Gorda, Florida, just south of Bradenton there. And we went up Sick Week, and we were standing up in the bleachers, and I just happened to turn around, and I seen that black Blazer sitting there. I'm like, holy shit, we got to go talk to this guy. And just the nicest person you could ever talk to, and went up and bullshit with him for a while. And the next thing you know, we were hooked. We were ready to build something to be able to go do drag and drive. So We finally started back last year. Did Sick Week was our very first adventure. And as many people on here already know, that went sideways very quick for us. But we came back, we built a new motor, and we were at Drop the Hammer in May, and then went on Six Smokies in October. So it's definitely an adventure. It's a lot of fun, but the people that just reach out, we've still got friends that we met at Drop the Hammer from Canada that we still talk to on a weekly basis.
Oh yeah.
So it's really cool being able to be able to reach outside your box and make some new friends out there in the world and get to experience different stuff. And, I come from a long line of bracket racing. I mean, my dad bracket raced, I bracket raced, and there's just something about going and spending 3 days of a weekend and $1,000 or $1,500 to race 3 cars on a weekend. The same track, the same people, the same cars. And it's just getting old, and then you're hoping that it doesn't rain so you can get your car out of the trailer, and go race. But now if we just want to go to dinner, we just jump in our shit and roll to dinner now. So
that's the shocking thing. Speaking of like your dad and bracket racing, first one of my family to ever do anything racing.
No kidding.
Yep. And it was crazy too. I had really no interest in going fast until I was about 19 or 20.
So what got you into racing then?
Guess I made friends with a couple people who had, I guess his name's Jim. He has a little S10 that was pretty quick, but really I think it dates back to like the whole broad story. Nobody in my family even really fixes things per se, or really much mechanical knowledge other than my grandfather. And I spent a lot of time with him growing up because when my mom worked, they would take care of me and my sister. And he had a lot of model trains, and that kind of got me started in electrical stuff and obviously mechanical repair. And I'll never forget it. I still work in a mower shop to this day on the side. Found this lawnmower on the side of the road, and I was about, I guess I would have been 7 or 8. I was really young, and I pulled it home with my bicycle. And I remember it being impossible to pull home one-handed.
All right.
But I fixed that mower and started a little lawn mowing business, and then quickly decided that fixing mowers was way more profitable. And all my knowledge started there, just fixing mowers. And this kind of plays into the school I went to, got bullied a lot there. And I open enrolled to another school a few towns away.
Okay.
And made a lot of friends there. And I used to ride my bicycle there. And I had a 15-mile one-way bike ride. And I still drive by there today and go, how the heck as a kid did I ever make this bicycle ride all the time?
Absolutely.
But having the lawnmowers, I started doing some pulley swaps, making these mowers go 40, 50 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And I think that's what started the whole making things go faster. Because I'd putt through town real slow. Like I was just going to mow a couple lawns and then get out of town on the country roads and open them up to get to my buddies in the next town over.
Right.
And so that's just really where it stemmed from and kind of grew from there.
Messing with lawnmowers. Crazy? My son's got a lawnmower sitting back here that we salvaged out of my sister's garage, and it is the second most watched YouTube video I've ever put up.
Mower videos, I'm telling you.
Dude, we pulled that thing out. It hadn't ran for a couple of years because the clutch safety switch where you got to push in on the clutch before you can start it.
Yeah.
All it did was just pop out the hole that it was in.
MTD, probably some MTD mower.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It was Red, Craftsman, something along those lines.
They're known for that.
Yeah, but it sat here in the shop forever. And I told him, I'm like, dude, we really need to put a video out this week. And my son's 14. But back then, I think he was there 12 or 13. But we rolled that thing out, and I just set the camera up. And we cleaned it all up. And I climbed up underneath of it and found where that switch was popped out. He ganked the mower deck off of it. And then he got spray cans out, and he painted the wheels black. And it was snowing and icing like crazy. We pushed it out in front of the shop, and I videoed him pressure washing the thing all off. And then he painted an American flag on the top of it. Literally, I had 5 minutes in editing this video and threw it up. It's my second most watched video of all. Begging me to do a pulley swap on that thing so you could take it out back through the field here and rip with it. But
yeah,
that's all I need his big ass to do is flip that thing over and get hurt.
Hey, a lawnmower. Me and my buddies got messed up on some fast lawnmowers. Let me just say that.
I don't need that because then he'll go to his mom's house and I'll get in big trouble over that one. But he's also not a normal 14-year-old. He's 6'2", 225. He's a big kid.
Wow.
So that's top heavy enough to be on one of those things, to be cutting the steering wheel and
Do a lowering kit on it.
Yeah. We should probably concentrate on getting some of these projects done around here instead of working on lawnmowers. But we're actually building my son an 84 S10 Pro Street truck. He ran junior dragsters for 4 years.
Okay.
And then we had to get rid of junior dragster because he couldn't get out of it no more. He had just outgrown his junior, and he still could have ran 5 more years in it. But I wasn't about to spend more money on it, and I think he was kind of over it. And I don't know how far back you have looked through the Facebook feed, but we got this little 84 S10 pickup truck. We went up to Cardington and washed a house for an older lady whose husband had passed away, and her husband was trying to build that truck and race it at Pacemaker's Dragway. Well, he had passed away. They had a big auction at the house, and that thing hadn't sold, so she was going to call Junkyard and have Junkyard come and get it and scrap it. Well, while I was washing her house, my wife, running interference for me like she normally does, had worked out a deal with her that we just trade the house wash bill for that truck.
Oh, nice.
We went back to get it a week later. Damn thing had a 355 small block in it, had a turbo 400 in it. I mean, the dude had put some work into it, but we promised her that we would get it back going for her and keep up on it. And she does. She moved down to Fort Myers, Florida, and she still keeps up on our YouTube channel and Facebook page and all that kind of stuff. But Jason Carter, the one that has been playing 21 questions with you on here, called us up one day and asked us if we were interested in a back half kit for my son's S10. And he worked out a deal with my son, and a couple weekends later he came over here and we hacked the whole ass end off of that S10. And Jason gave us what was it? The ladder bars, the Narrowed 12 bolt, the disc brakes, the tires on the back of it, the crossbar, the rear coilovers. I mean, he brought everything over for my son and got him all hooked up. So now it's a back half 84 S10. It's got 29 1550s under it. So,
heck yeah.
So he's got that to work on right now while Dad tries to get his shit finished, since everybody else has had their stuff going for 3 years now. Now it's Dad's turn.
Yeah.
Jason asked on here, he asked, do you have a cooler under the blower?
Nope. Just rely on the fuel in the 85 to do its best, and no ignition time.
Jim Fox says, little sketchy for the speeds that you're going. I'm catching up here because he was.
Yeah. It definitely was at one time. It's got some pretty good safety equipment in it now. Not ideal, but it's a lot safer.
Talonham says 100% the fact that I was 1,000 miles from home and needed a lift, and somebody offered their shop and a lift just off of one Facebook post is crazy.
I saw that post, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Yeah,
Talon was having some problems with the transmission in his Nova.
Yep.
So they had come up from Florida for that event. Jason, whose car are you talking about? His? He's saying your car doesn't have enough tape and zip ties on it.
Yeah, not anymore. It's real shiny. It's weird. Like cleaning it up for Autorama, it's like, wow, this thing's actually like nice now.
You're getting all
like really rough.
That's one thing.
Still a lot of people from the car shows I used to go to that are like, man, it should come a long way. Or the ones who still see it as the crappy old car that came in, just the body went on with one bolt bouncing around, because I was like, I got to drive this thing because I got it done enough to move for the first time.
Right. Hey, it holds together. It's fine.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he was talking about when we blew our motor up.
Oh, okay.
So we made it all the way through sick week, and it was rough because we started having issues right after Bradenton, which was our second day. And we fought and fought and fought with that thing. And we made it to Gainesville, stayed the night in a hotel room that I wouldn't wish my worst enemy to stay in. I think I got like an hour's worth of sleep, and I think Amber slept for maybe 2 hours. And we went out. I'm like, okay, there's no rods hanging out of the oil pan. Let's see if we can get this thing to South Georgia. So we pull out of the hotel, and it's about 1.5 miles to get onto 75 North from the hotel. And as soon as we're pulling on to 75 North, the thing starts clattering like crazy. I'm like, okay, we've either broke a rocker or lost a valve spring. So we pull the Yeah, you can see our burnout. That's what screwed it. Our burnout on 13.
Yeah, always the burnouts that get you.
Yeah, the burnout on 1320 video is what got it. But we pulled over and I pulled the valve cover off and there was a broken valve spring in there. So I called my buddy Jason. I'm like, okay, I need some redneck ingenuity. Like, how do I keep the valve up inside the head so it's not beating off the piston?
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody heard about this from somebody else. Yeah.
He's like, you can't. And I said, that's not my vocabulary. Clank. And I hung up on him. So I looked at my wife after I'm looking at that, and dude, it was like 8:30 in the morning. So I wasn't even quite awake yet. I am not a morning person. And I said, okay, here's the plan. I'm going to hold this valve up in the head. I said, we're going to spray it down with brake cleaner and wrap the shit out of it with electrical tape. So I'm holding it up. She's wrapping it up with electrical tape. And she goes, what about zip ties? And I'm like, what can it hurt? Throw some zip ties on there. So we put 4 zip ties on it. And knowing, if I would have known then what I know now, I didn't think about taking a spark plug out of it.
Yep.
Like I undid the coil, I undid the injector, but I didn't take the spark plug out. And I think if I would have taken a spark plug out, we could have at least gotten it to South Georgia. But we made it about 10 miles with that valve zip tied and electrical taped up inside the head before it finally swallowed the valve and took the piston out.
There was somebody on one of the sick weeks who used a single zip tie with the spark plug out to make it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like
if I'd have pulled the spark plug out, I think we would have been fine. But I didn't even think about pulling the spark plug out of it for some reason.
I mean, that early in the morning.
On no sleep.
Yeah.
We had left my buddy's house in Cocoa, Florida, which is where we were trying to fix it at 5:00. And we went to Orlando. Then we went to Gainesville. But in between those times, we had blown 2 transmission lines on the freeway.
Oh.
Which was another time I called for a redneck repair because I didn't have no clamps, no unions, no nothing to fix transmission line. So Jason's like, just put vice grips on it. And I'm like, should have didn't even think about that. So I vice gripped it, drove it to AutoZone. About every 35 to 40 minutes of driving, we would have to pull over and pull all 8 spark plugs out of it, clean them off, put them all back in, drive another 30 miles, pull them out, replace them, drive another 30 miles, pull them out, clean them. And then, of course, we were getting like -7 miles to the gallon because we had to stop at every single gas station we came upon.
Yeah.
But we were still doing it. Nick Deal, I'm sure you met him up there.
Yep.
When we left when we pulled out of Bradenton, we did that burnout for 1320 video, and that's when it started screwing up. We ended up making it to a gas station. We were at that gas station for 6 hours trying to get this thing to run right. And finally, we ended up jamming on the road. I got a hold of my buddy up in Cocoa. He's like, try to get it here to the house. I got the shop. I got the lift, whatever. When I tell you we are in the middle of absolutely nowhere, like, I don't even think the moon was shining there. That's how far out we were. There was no light anywhere. There was no houses for miles. It was just woods on both sides of this road. And with it running as bad as it was, we had to run it over 45 mile an hour. Because anything lower than that, it would buck and jerk and want to die and everything else. So, but it wouldn't go 55. There's no way it'd go 55. Like 45 was it. We're rolling down this road, and it's a rough road. Her damn headlights are flickering on and off and everything else. And we roll up on this car, and it will not get out of the way. Like, it's right in the middle of the damn road. It's like a Honda Accord or some shit.
Huh.
Well, we finally get up to where the road turns to the right, and we could see that it was another sick weeker up in front of him. And it was Nick with the trailer. These people that were following him had seen that he was having problems and literally just, without even talking to him, pulled up behind him and turned their flashers on. And was following him. We ended up pulling in next to him at a gas station, which had closed 10 minutes prior to us getting there.
Yeah.
And got to talking to him. He had blowed the transmission up in his car and only had first gear.
Oh, that would, yeah.
He drove from Bradenton to Orlando in first gear at 35 mile an hour in that Mustang.
Heck no.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Coy Gill, what's going on, buddy? Coy, go follow this guy. Zachary on Facebook. You'll like his car. But But yeah, that was a hellacious experience there. That was a fun one. But to make it 80 miles from the last track, and then I sat on the side of 75 North for 7 hours.
Oh, yeah.
My buddy Darren that was on here, that was mentioned in a trailer burnout, he was following in sick ward in his minivan doing photography. Well, he was already at South Georgia, so he loaded up from there and came all the way down and picked up my wife and took her back to South Georgia to get my truck and trailer. And then she turned around and came all the way back down to get me. Then we went back to South Georgia again, because I'll be damned if I wasn't getting our picture taken in front of that South Georgia sign.
Yep.
So, regardless, I don't care if I finished it or not. We put finished-ish on the damn thing because we almost made it. And for everything that we went through, it was a win in our books.
Yeah.
Night, Shannon Hook. Have a good night, hon. Thanks for joining in with us. But yeah, we have a great time with that one. And, you know, I would like to get into some more of those sick events, but it's just, I want to race, and it's damn hard to get into them. You know, Six Smokies was sold out in 27 seconds.
Yeah, it was just poof.
Yeah, 27 seconds. I'm like, I couldn't even type fast enough.
Yeah, like 5 of my buddies were trying to get in on it, and they all missed it. And I was like, man. Like, he showed the time. It still said, what was it, 9 a.m., and it said sold out.
Yeah.
Like,
yep. It was 27 seconds because I even messaged Derek Putnam. I think it was 9:02 when I messaged Derek, and I'm like, is this serious? Like, it said 9 o'clock and 27 seconds, and it said sold out. And he goes, yep, they're all sold out already. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. Like, I was trying to get 2 of us in.
yeah, you wouldn't have. Yeah.
No. Now, Talon got in. Talon got in just fine, but
Just got to have everything auto-loaded and be quick.
yeah, I guess. Shit. I guess I'm just not in on that.
All these people, these gaming PCs and stuff getting in there real fast.
I think that's what it is. The old cell phone trick don't work.
No.
Looky here, old Dwayne Campbell, buddy. What's going on? Dwayne Campbell's in here talking to Jimmy. He's a local guy here. Dwayne is. We all know Jimmy. Jimmy was supposed to call me back about 3 weeks ago. I'm still waiting on that phone call.
Hey, I'm pretty bad about that too. People usually wait 2 to 3 days to get a single text back from me.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It just kind of depends on who you are. If I want to talk to you, I'll text you right back. But
if I want to talk to him, it's still a good 8-hour response time. I'm sure as you saw messaging me, it's like it's a wait.
Right. Well, that's to be expected. Talon said he had the laptop loaded up at 8:45 to get into the Smokies.
Whew.
Jason says he wants you to come to Buckeye Skips.
I'll put it down here and I'm gonna try see if I can do it for work because a couple sick days, just it's weird. I'm gonna be out sick on this day.
Yeah, just I'll call your boss. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll hear about it from this. Maybe taking notes. What days am I actually sick or not?
Right. Nah, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. That's one of the reasons why I can't handle having a boss. I just don't. When I want to load up and go somewhere, I want to load up and go somewhere. Just like we were talking earlier, look, Jim says he's going to put you to work at the shop.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Zach puts on here. This is what Zach uses. He works for Ford. He's a service writer. He says nobody ever questions diarrhea.
Yeah, they don't. They really don't. That works pretty good. They don't want to talk about it after you bring it up.
Dwayne, yes, I did. He was leaving to fly somewhere or some shit. I don't know. He's like, let me call you back when I get back, and I'll make sure that I'll let you know. And this is the first time I've heard from him. I had to get that on here just to be able to hear from him. Jason wants to know, are you running one of your company's rear ends?
Actually, no. It doesn't even have. It does not even have a Dana ring gear in it. It's a winner's quick change with a 11. I can't right now. It's a 10 or an 11-inch ring gear. It's big. It's good for 1,000 horsepower. 1,000. What's that?
Power Glide.
Yep, Power Glide. Nothing else was surviving. It's been through a lot of transmissions.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you run a power glide in that thing, and what ring gear ratio are you running?
So like cruising down to Six Smokies, I ran a 220 gear, and that thing will go 80 mile an hour at like 1800 RPM.
That's awesome.
And then normally when I do quarter mile, I run a 355, and eighth mile I run a 450-ish gear. I got it's my 225 gear flipped.
Okay.
So and it will.
So with that quick change rear end, it's 15, 20-minute job to pop a ring gear out in
3 minutes.
3 minutes, he says.
But especially no rear end. I don't got to do nothing. Just got to lean down, take out 6 bolts, and the gears fall out. That's it. And drop about a half a quart of oil back in it and back together.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. Here I am thinking I might set up another carrier just in case I want to go chase numbers, because I'm putting a 350 in mine right now to drive on the street, but I'm going to have turbo 400. And then I was like, maybe I'll set up like a 456 rear gear or something, just have it with me, because I can climb up underneath of it and have the wheels and tires and the center chunk out of it in half an hour or so and have it back together in a half an hour. That's an hour. I was thinking that was quick.
That rear end is the only new part I've ever bought for this car that wasn't used. And or extreme scratch and dent. But that rear end, I could buy that with three sets of gears for less than a 9-inch.
Wow.
That was 2,100 shipped to my door with 3 sets of brand new. With hubs and everything on it, just no brakes.
That's pretty awesome.
And it uses 9-inch stuff too. It's all standard Ford 9-inch axles, big bearing. So parts are super easy to get if you break something.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And for anybody listening, before anybody gets all, it's a quick change, it's going to break. It's a new model that, trust me, with what I put it through, it definitely is good for the 1,000 foot-pounds of torque they claim.
Yeah.
So.
I keep getting told that my 9-inch is going to break, and I don't think that's going to happen.
I ran a 10-bolt in this for 3 years. I don't think you have to worry.
Yeah. I mean, quite honestly, I mean, this motor is probably going to be a lot faster than I want it to be. Right now, it's literally got a 4-point cage in it. The only reason why I put a 4-point cage in it is because I need something to strap my damn seatbelts to. You know?
Yep.
So I figure I'll throw some door bars in it and run 10-0s. Jimbo says, "Oh no, we're running 850s with that truck." I'm like, I don't want to run 850s.
I mean, how long for me? I used to run 14 seconds in that dune buggy, and the next thing you know, with the drag strip running 9s with that.
Yeah, no, I'm middle ground. You're a lot younger than I am, bud. I've been there, done that shit. I'm 44 years old. I'm too old for that stuff now.
I'm not even 30 yet. Jeez.
Yeah. See, wait. All right, where you at, Talon? Are you still the puppy in here? Now, how old are you, Zach?
29. Just turned back in February.
Talon's still the puppy then.
No.
Dwayne and Jim are talking about marriage and shit on here. Jim says, never again. Whatever. He'll find him another flavor. He'll be married in another year again. Yep. Talon says, yippee. I think he's like, I don't know. I think Talon's like 16 or something.
Oh, okay. Really young.
23. I don't know. He's somewhere in his 20s, early 20s.
And that was a long time ago at this point for me. So
he looks like he's 65, but give me a new turbo and my Happy Meal.
Yeah, t-shirt that says that.
Chris Pierce is on here. Nice of you join in, Chris. You haven't been talking very much, bud. Yeah, Jason says I won't break at 9-inch. I'm hoping not, because I'm seriously thinking I'm just going to foot brake the damn thing and try to run. The only sad thing of it is, which Jimbo and I have done a little bit of talking about. So it's got a 5.3 in it with an 80 millimeter turbo.
Oh, that's going to take a minute to spool.
That's fine.
We got Aces EFI. It'll get going.
Yeah, we'll get going. And if we need help, it can have a little squirty squirt to it.
Yeah.
And it's methanol injected.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, which is fine. Again,
However, I signed my son up, my 14-year-old son, to run Team Street at Buckeye Skips in it.
Yeah, that turbo is going to be a.
He can only run 9 seconds in the 8th mile. So,
Oh,
yeah, that's going to get interesting. I think we're going to have to take the whole damn charge pipe off of it. Just let him run in.
Let her out to the breeze.
Or let him get after it and lift 330.
Yeah.
Like
hey, nice little cheap trick there.
Yeah. But, man, I'm just excited to get it done. This thing, I always wanted a Pro Street Blazer. Since I was a teenager, I always wanted a Pro Street S10 Blazer, and finally ended up getting one. I think I got this one 3 years ago. I had left from here. I had sold a 40 Chevy business coupe to a guy in Hayward, Wisconsin, the farthest point of Wisconsin you can drive to without being in Canada.
Shoot.
Dropped it off there at 8:30 in the morning and turned and burned to St. Louis and picked this Blazer up, and then turned and burned from there and drove back to Lafayette, Indiana to pick my wife up, and then came back here to Ohio. So it was pretty crazy getting it, but I had a little health scare back in August and thought I was going to have to get rid of it to pay bills with, but luckily it stuck around, and nobody wanted to pay the money that I wanted out of it, and now we're about ready to fire this thing up. I'm hoping to have fire in the pipes by next weekend, not this coming weekend, but by next weekend. So,
oh heck yeah, I'll have to watch for that.
It's been sitting dead for 2 years now. It came with a 283 in it. It popped the head gasket on it. I swore I was never going to fix that 283, so I scabbed together a 355 with a bunch of used parts I had sitting around here, and I knew something wasn't right. I think I put the wrong cam bearings in it. I knew something wasn't right when I took it. But literally the last day of racing at Pacemakers, our home track, was that day. And I'm like, fuck it, it runs. It ran enough to pull it up on a trailer. So I took it over there, and it did the burnout and made it about 330 foot before it swallowed the motor. It's just sat for 2 years since then. So I'm excited to get it out and get it driving around. So we're definitely looking forward to it. Let me go back through on my notes. I think you've answered damn near everything. And tonight's absolutely flown by. Normally I only keep people on here for 30 minutes. Christ, you've been on here almost an hour.
Yeah, so look at the time. It's like, wow, we're up here.
yeah, we're having fun with it. Got you interested in hot rods, favorite event. We talked about future events. So yeah, I pretty much hit everything on our notes list that I had sent you earlier today. So
there is one coming up I didn't mention. It's a Panty Raid on July 25th. That is my favorite car show.
Did you just say Panty Raid?
Yep, it's just across the Ohio Michigan line in Temperance. It's a overnight cruise-in car show. Got live bands all day and pre-70s cars only.
Oh well, fuck that. I guess I've got a 64 Fairlane too. We could bring that.
That's where the flamethrowers came from. They used to have a flamethrowing club that would come every year.
Okay.
And one year their president passed away and they couldn't make it, and they let them know then literally like the night before the show. So they posted, hey, won't have anybody here for shooting fire. I'm out here that same night rigging up my first attempt at flamethrowers in this thing, and they had a fire show the next night there for them, and that's where the flamethrowing started.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I seen the video of you throwing flames doing the tail of dragon. That was pretty awesome.
That's only like 10%.
Yeah, I think Jerry got that video, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had it posted on Redline Motorsports Media.
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty awesome. But yeah, that sounds like a cool event. Post it on your Facebook page, and I'll if you've got like an event or something, post it on your Facebook page, and I'll share it with everybody.
Yeah, we're up there. Sure, I should do that now anyway, since we just scheduled the date for it. So
yeah, absolutely. And that's my wife and I have had quite a few conversations. We're ready to go out and do some different things with the hot rods this year. We're going to stay closer to home. We're going to do these shorter drag and drives this year, so it won't be so taxing on the wallet for us.
Yeah.
Especially now that we're taking 2, if not 3 of them. I would like to get my sons out for the last event of the year.
Yeah.
Or at least for our cruise that we do. You had talked about, the driving through the 6 Smokies, the Smoky Mountains and whatnot. And from you being from Northwestern Ohio, I'm not really sure that you even know that it's down there, but have you ever seen Hocking Hills area before?
Oh yeah, I go there quite a bit. Well,
Do you
used to
really?
not so much anymore, but I've been there a lot. Motorcycle riding, triple nickel down there in that
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually did. I threw together in 3 days. I threw together a cruise last October, and we did the Hocking Hill Scenic Byway.
Oh yeah, yeah, yep.
It was right when we got back from Six Smokies. I was doing the whole Dragon Drive Blues kind of deal, like
Oh yeah,
go back home,
yeah.
and we ended up having Jason or Zach. You'll have to let me know. I think there was 18 or 19 cars ended up showing up to it in 3 days.
Wow.
And my inbox, after I released that video, my inbox blew up for almost a month after that. People wanting to know when we were going to do it again.
Oh, heck.
We started at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and started heading down that way. I think we finally made it to that that flea market that's right across the very first turnoff into, you know where Shell's Diner is?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, so we pulled off into a parking lot there, and that's where everybody kind of met up before we went on the scenic byway. I think we started there at like 11, and then we all met at Millstone Barbecue for lunch at 2 o'clock. There was 44 of us that walked into the barbecue joint to have lunch. It was awesome, which they knew we were coming because I had called ahead of time and told them that, you know, we had a big group coming in. But man, we had so much fun doing that. It was just a one-day cruise. Everybody had a good time. There were some new people that had never done a cruise like that before that joined us. And so we're going to be doing another one of those this October. I was actually planning on doing one called the Butter Churn Cruise next month, which was going to go up into Amish country.
Oh, good. Nah.
And unless I get my truck done, that one's probably going to get pushed off until like June, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, we like throwing just some smaller one-day cruises just to get some hot rod people together and go out and have a good time. And are you familiar at all with that Millbury Car and Truck Museum up there?
Yeah, go to the car show there every so often that they have. It's a really good museum.
Yeah, so that Cruise for a Cure that we're doing, they're hosting us as our third checkpoint for our first day.
Oh, shoot.
So we start off at the Hartford Fairgrounds here in Croton, Ohio, which is down by us.
Yep.
The first checkpoint is Kyle Fisher's helping us out with our checkpoint at Hot Shots Secret there at 71 and 95. And then we're going from there up to Jim's shop, Speed Shop at Toledo.
Yep.
Then we're going to the Millbury Car and Truck Museum. And that's where our final stop will be. We'll set up like a little car show that night. And we probably won't be there really long. I think I got it planned to everybody kind of bust out of there between 6:30 and 7.
Yeah.
We'll go our separate ways for dinner and then meet back at the hotel for hotel party. And then Sunday morning, our first checkpoint is the Lighthouse at Port Clinton.
Yep.
And then our second checkpoint, I'm still trying to get authorization for it. We were going to do Mansfield Speedway, but they ended up having an event that day.
Oh.
The time that they're opening the gates and the time that we would be coming through are crossing each other. So now I'm in talks with Mansfield Reformatory. I have sent them a couple emails now. We've emailed back and forth. So we might not be able to go into the Reformatory, but at least get our pictures taken out in front of it.
Yeah.
And then we meet back at the Hartford Fairgrounds for the awards ceremony and the awards for the poker hands, and we'll give out the checks that we raised for the two families that are battling cancer stuff right now. So it'll be a fun time, but we're really looking for the lady that I've been talking to from that Millbury Car and Truck Museum is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. She is just a super, super person.
Yeah. They're all really nice there.
But yeah, we're looking forward to that one. So, but that'll be a fun one. That one's come up May 2nd and 3rd. So it's sneaking up on us pretty quick. Yeah. So we got about 5 or 6 weeks here, I think. So homeboy needs to get his blazer done quick.
Yeah.
As I sit here with the headlight trim dangling off the front of it, staring at me.
Oh yeah.
But it's all right. All right. Does anybody else on here have any questions for Zachary before he gets off of here? It was so awesome that your mom was on here watching. That was cool.
Yeah. Well, I am my grandparents. They're there watching with her. So.
Oh, really? Nice. Hi, grandparents.
Yeah.
If they're still on here.
I'm sure they are. They stay up later than me sometimes.
Nate Freezy said they went to the Reformatory for a car show last year.
Ink
That's
Incarceration there's a good time too. I've been there a couple times for that.
Yeah. I used to go on ghost hunts there.
Oh yeah, never did
Like-
one of those. That looked like a good time.
Like legit ghost hunts. Like you go in there at 6:30, they would feed you
Locked
dinner,
in.
and they'd lock your asses in there from 8 o'clock at night till 8 o'clock in the morning. And
Yeah,
then they serve you breakfast like everything's normal and send you home.
make you feel better.
Oh yeah, mom's still on there, she says.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Zach, I have had an absolutely great time talking to you tonight, man. We'll definitely have to keep in touch a little bit after this since we're both Ohio guys. I mean, I'm literally, I don't know, Jim, what's it take for me to get from here to your place? Hour and a half, maybe?
Say it's got to be less than 2 hours.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Especially
Jason,
driving something fast.
yeah, we're nice and close here for you. Jason says you are talented to set that car up the way you did. Good job, man.
Thank you. It's surprising it works. There's a lot of just guessing.
One of them ones where you just step back and go, holy shit, I just did that, you know?
The fact it doesn't spin makes no sense because my instant center is like in China. It does not make sense. My 4-link bars are like that.
Yeah, you might be onto something though. You just never know.
Taking no preparation.
There you go. Well, you know, I'm kind of worried about Jimbo because Jimbo has yet to miss one of these shows on here. So I'm hoping that everything's okay with him. He's gotten into building damn gold wings, so I hope he didn't go out and wrap one of those things around a damn telephone pole.
Ooh, yeah.
He's got $700 in 2 of them damn things now.
Hey, that's about the going rate, right?
Jesus, it's crazy. But yeah, he's the no prep guy around this area. So but anyways, yeah, like I said, man, I appreciate you jumping on here. I think we had a really good time. You've definitely got some new followers from this thing, and it was awesome that you brought some new followers to our channel too. We're just small time people, you know, doing what we do. The name says it all. We break garage. We're no different than you, bud. If it don't come from Amazon, Temu, or the junkyard, we can't use it.
Yeah, can't afford it, can't use it.
Yeah, it just is what it is. You know, we've got 5 toy cars here between the 3 of us. And I mean, I don't buy new stuff. Just like today, I got a carrier from my good buddy Zach on here, brand new track lock carrier for this 9-inch. And I thought, man, all I need is some side bearings for this thing, and I can get my rear end put back together. Go get the new side bearings, bought them brand new from O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Come back, put them on, wrong damn ones.
Of course.
That's why I don't buy new shit. I just ate $50 worth of bearings for no reason.
Get the ones out of the dirt and the floor. They'll work fine.
I'm fixing on taking them out of this used carrier that I got sitting here. I heat
Yeah.
them up, pop them off, and put them on mine, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yep, it is what it is, man. So yeah, we do the same thing. We scrap and scrape and borrow and trade, and it is what it is. You got to do that. My wife's got a 95 Mustang convertible and then her Blazer, which, man, we're excited to get that thing back. My cousin Drew finally opened up his own paint company, which he's done it on the side as a hobby for a lot of years. But he called me up and he says, hey, how to become a sponsor? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he says, I'm going to go full time with this. How do I become a sponsor? And we talked a little bit and he agreed. I didn't ask him for it. He offered it up to paint Amber's gold S10 Blazer.
Oh, heck yeah.
He's had it since the 2nd week of January. I'm pretty sure he's redone it about 6 times.
Oh, trying to get her perfect.
Yeah, Daniel from Aces had contacted me about possibly trying to get a second booth at PRI and putting Amber's Blazer in it on display. And I screwed up and told Drew about it, and we still haven't seen the car yet. He won't let us go see it. So he's such a perfectionist, and he does such a great job, and I 100% trust whatever he's doing with it, but it's still making me feel bad because I know for a while he got one eyelash in it and decided to strip all the clear coat off of it and start over.
Oh, man.
I'm like, dude, this thing's going to get driven on the street. Like, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're excited about getting that Blazer back. And, of course, my son's S10. I've got my 64 Ford Fairlane that I've had since I was 14, so 30 years now. My dad actually drove it. My dad and my son Drove it on Drop the Hammer last year. So we got it out and got him in on his first drag and drive event. So we've got plenty of projects going around here. And like I said, we gotta watch our pennies every once in a while.
Yeah.
Jim Fox says, Corey, call me tomorrow. And Zach, you need to stop by sometime.
I do.
Don't do that. Call his ass first, because I drove all the way to Detroit and picked up my drive-on lift, and he knew I was coming. And I went to stop by the shop. Oh, buddy, I just left. I'm like, I can see you pulling out of the parking lot, dude. I'm sitting at the gas station right next door.
Oh, no.
Jeez,
Whiz. It's easier for me because I work 5 minutes from there. So
yeah, go there and pee on his front step. All right, Zach, I appreciate you jumping on here, man. You're more than welcome on anytime, even if you just want to come jump into the comments and stir some shit up. It gets kind of wild on here every once in a while, but tonight most of the idiots were being good because there were some new people on here, but we have a pretty good time. There's some guys, like I can tell you right now, Jason Carter and the Dirty Cur Workshop, which is Nate Frazee, have never met each other face to face. But if Nate called Jason right now and told him he needed a part, Jason to give it to him.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's just how some of these guys are. It's absolutely crazy. Some of these ugly bastards we've gotten to see because they've been on other podcasts of friends of ours. But actually, Talon Hamlet's on here. Other than my wife and Jason, of the people that get on these podcasts, ain't nobody even knew what Talon looked like until last night. Talon was on a buddy of mine, Chris Pierce. He was on his podcast last night, and that was the first time a lot of people's even laid eyes on what he looks like. So, wow. He's been on here for 20 weeks. I mean, he's been on here, and they all talk shit to each other like they've been best friends for years, and it's just, we have a good time on here. So, yeah, you're always more than welcome to jump in here. And now I actually got a computer that works and doesn't glitch while I try to have other people on here. Yeah. Then we won't be scared to bring people in here. James Fox says Zach's a great guy and deserves an award.
Fun fact: the only award, well, I guess now the shirt is an amazing award and makes up for it. But prior to Six Smokies, that car has not won a single award.
Yeah, but still, that shirt tops them all, dude.
Yeah, it does. It makes up for all of them.
There was probably 1,500 to 2,000 of those fucking shirts put out, and your car's on top of them.
I saw on the ram. I was like, "That's my car on the shirt again."
yeah. We can't even get our picture in the fucking magazine, but you got yours on the shirt. You know, Talon got his picture in the magazine.
That was you.
Yeah, Talon made it in there. Let's see. We got a couple more. God, Jim, you're telling stories. I had to go pee. That's why I was at the gas station next door. Sam says, is he ugly? Yes. Talon is definitely ugly. Go to Nonsensical Network and watch their video from last night. Chevy Sparks says, seconding Zach being a great dude, always willing to help a friend or a stranger. One of the best people I know.
Well, thanks. Tell him to come over here and fix this Camaro.
Go. There you go, Chevy Sparks. Go fix that Camaro. He says he's blessed to call you a friend. Damn, you must be a really nice guy out there, bud.
I try. I mean, I don't know who's all on here, but there's quite a few cars I've built out there. A lot of tube chassis car and a lot of cars I've wired. So
that's awesome. Yes, I did. That picture that I sent you of my 63 sitting in front of Jim's shop.
Yep.
I put it in the Rev Up contest at one of the car shows and won that.
See, that is the only one I won a trophy with any other car, but that was the previous version of this one.
Oh, you won that too?
I won a Rev Up, but it was against the only other car, and it was a Corvair that was stock. I mean, my starter was louder than his car.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
So,
that's funny. That's funny that we both won that. That's hilarious. Yeah. I was just watching that video earlier. Amber sent it to me. Chevy Sparks says, weld that damn cage, Zach.
Tell him to get his dash cut up so I can put the bars through it, so I don't feel bad about just going through.
Just use a Sawzall on it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, he's gonna come over here and be like, "What the heck happened? The car runs, drives, races. I'll go do a pass on it and everything."
See, this is how Jason and Talon, both these homos have Novas. This is how they talk to each other. Talon has a soft-looking beard. So Jimbo Slice, which generally pops on here as Penny Pincher Performance. Jason and Talon are all the Nova homos.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, the Three Stooges. And everybody likes to give Talon shit because he builds his own car. He's building a car for his brother, but he won't build one for his wife, which his wife that lives down there in Naples with him, her mom and dad and me and my wife went to school together.
Oh, wow.
So we know each other. My
Probably
stepdaughter,
still cars.
my stepdaughter dated his wife's brother in junior high. So we've got some history there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Chris says they all have love for each other. Funny. But all right, guys. Well, Zach, I'm going to stick on here for a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and let you drop off of here. I appreciate you jumping on, man. It was a great time having you. Absolutely awesome story, and I wish you all the best. Keep up with us and kind of keep us updated. I'll probably get a hold of you maybe towards the end of summer or the end of fall and get you back on here again and kind of do an update on how your season's going. To be badass, I might try to hook up with you when you're on 666.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You can just tune in from your phone, and
I'll have Insta360 on the car for most of the trip live. I'm gonna try to do a lot of it live. So
perfect. Yeah, perfect. And we won't keep you on there for an hour and a half that time, but we'll just do a live check-in with you and kind of see how things are going. But buddy, take care of yourself. Keep on grinding, man. And like I said, I really appreciate you being on here. Everybody go follow Zach on Facebook and keep up with him in the Twisted Tea. And you guys heard it here first, possibly Twisted 3.
Yeah.
All right, Zach.
Thanks so much for having me.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yep, talk to you later.
See you, bye. All right, guys, what do you think about that tonight? Zach is one badass human being. That kid has worked his butt off on the Twisted Tea and literally drives it everywhere. I mean, dude puts some miles on that thing and is not scared to do it. So it was very awesome having him on here tonight to kind of share his story and what got him into hot rods. And the dude's getting some serious notoriety now just because of the cool ride, you know, something that's different, something that you don't see all the time. So we definitely wish Zach the best and what he does in the future. And he's going to end up going, he's going to go a long ways in this drag and drive world. I can definitely tell you that. Yeah, Darren, Jason, 100% agree with you. He's definitely a good dude. This is literally, other than the short time that Jason and I got to talk to him down at Six Smokies. As a matter of fact, I think the very first day at Rocket City was actually the first time that we got to talk to him. This is actually the first time we've ever spoke back and forth. We've messaged a few times back and forth, but like I said, just the notoriety that this kid's getting is absolutely awesome. And it just goes to show you that you don't have to have $100,000 car. You don't have to have somebody else build your shit. Put some junkyard parts in it, man. Build it the way that you want it. And just take it out and enjoy it. Get it out on the road. Let some other people see it. Will you have to work on it? Yeah, you're going to have to work on it. But still, it's something that you build. It's something that you enjoy. And you don't have to have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in it. So, again, that goes along with the name of our shop, guys. We Broke Garage. There's a reason for it. It's because either we're broke or our cars are. So, one way or another, you know, we tend to make it work. We get them out there and work hard at it and go to Jason Carter's performance shop and get parts. And we go to Zach Hensel's performance shop and get parts. And we go speed shop at Toledo and sneak as much shit out the back door in a shopping cart as we can, without paying for the stuff in the front. And that's how we build our cars. So it is what it is. But I think I'm going to go ahead and jump off here, guys. I put a post up on Facebook earlier today asking, who do you guys want to see on the next special? I've got a couple people that I'd like to talk to see if they'd be interested in jumping on here. But I want to hear from you guys, people that have been here and supported the page. Whether you think that these people would do it or not, whether you've ever talked to anybody. Who was somebody that I can go after that you guys would be interested in seeing on this show? I want to hear it from you guys. Zach, you were absolutely awesome, man. I appreciate you for jumping on here. We look forward to doing it again with you. Drop me some comments. Send me a DM if you got somebody in mind. I have reached out to a couple people, probably people that you might not know, but like Morgan Evans. I've reached out to her. I've reached out to Casey and Amy Giesling, and both from very different spectrums of the racing world. Morgan Evans and Jason Kastner are more for the drag and drive style. And Casey and Amy, who we actually met at a drag and drive at Six Smokies. Casey actually runs, I believe it's called Nitro Car Chaos or something like that. They're actually going to be up here at Norwalk this year, and we're planning on going up there and seeing them. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Zach, there is no way in hell that would ever happen. I would be down for it, but he will not, 100% will not do it. I kind of like this side, Darren. And not just a Jeff Kovalik, but Gen 2 Garage Night. That may be a possibility. We can get Jeff and Allison and Tommy on there maybe. I would definitely be down for that. I'll see if I can reach out for him. Jim, I have Johnny Quick as a friend on Facebook, but I've only talked to him maybe a handful of times. But I can definitely reach out to him and see if that's something he might be interested in. He can fill us in a little bit on the IHRA side of things and let us know how Milan's going. So, yeah, I'm definitely down for that. I can send him a message and see if he'd be interested in it. I like doing these on Tuesday nights because, people, especially the nicer it's starting to get outside, people are going to be busy, on the weekends running around with their hot rods or racing or, whatever it is they do. So doing these on Tuesday nights, I think works out really well. And I think that doing these still just once a month, and you guys can give me some feedback on it, but doing these once a month, I think is a good time too, because I don't want to do them every week. I enjoy being able to get in here and interact with you guys that are in the comments section a lot more and talk about some different, different situations going on in the racing world. So I definitely want to stick with those throughout the month, but definitely once a month, we're going to continue to do these. As most of you know, we had Big Boost Bill Lutz on here last month, and that was pretty awesome. I don't know if anybody's been keeping tabs on him, but he's been doing very well since he has been on here. He still hasn't. He's been in 2 finals. Let's put it that way. One of them he had catastrophic failure on the starting line, and the second one, it was a close race. But yeah, we're definitely still pulling for Big Bill, and hoping he can get to seal the deal here very soon for us and bring that stuff back to Ohio. So we'll definitely keep up with Zachary on here too. I'll try to update you guys through his Facebook page, kind of let you know what he's doing. If he's got any new updates on his stuff, I can share all that stuff with you. Jason Carter, here you go, Zachary. If you're still around, if you're still watching, Jason Carter, I think, has missed one of my live feeds in 20 episodes, and he says that this was the coolest one yet. You are talking about Mr. Rudrick. Dick Rudrick is who you're talking about, Nate. And yes, he did pass away. I would be down for that. I would be down for finding somebody that was around for the good old days of pacemakers, doing some talking about that. Oh, looky here. Talon's calling you out, Jason. Look at this. Talon, I want to know who's he referring to? Because he's had me, he's had you, he's had Jason, he's had Zach, he's had Jimbo. Who's he referring to? I like this idea. Ralph Bowers actually jumped on a couple of our live feeds back in the Sneaky Sneakies. He hasn't commented or anything like that, but he's been on a couple of them. I definitely think he'd be a good one because that guy's definitely got some stories. Talon says, I think he hates us. Dude, we're the only reason why his podcasts are fun. We've been doing a pretty good job of getting on there and turning his podcast into a mess here lately, Talon. Between me and you and Jason and Zach and Jimbo and Nate, we get on there and start an uproar. We're going to try to make sure that every single one of his shows are bigger than Glick's. Then he comes on here talking shit about all of us. Jeez whiz. That ain't no joke. We're not even allowed to talk like we normally would. Yeah, Darren, but getting Rod on here is going to be like, I'd be like you're getting the Pope on here. Man, all the vodka must be sitting at the bottom of my lemonade. Whew. Oh, look, now he's kissing her ass, Talon. Guys, I'm starting to get worried. We're not getting off of here yet. Can you guys hear my phone ringing? Are you still alive?
Yes,
I was getting worried.
Why?
And so was everybody else.
Why?
Because you weren't on the live feed talking shit tonight.
Oh, my sister's car broke down.
Oh, well, I'm still on the live feed, so be careful what you say. You're on it. Everybody just wanted to make sure you're okay.
I'm alive, dude.
Zach said you're pooping.
No, I'm not pooping. Now I'm tearing bags off a cold wing so I can lower it, dude.
He's lowering a gold wing, guys. He's okay. All right, I'll call you back later.
I'm lowering a gold wing. I'm putting my big turbo on my gold wing so I can fucking stomp Hammer's ass.
Oh.
And, yeah, just basically being a normal bad motherfucker. What are you up to?
I'm still on the live.
Oh, well, I just got in my garage and cut my saddlebag off, so maybe I'll turn it on and stare at you guys.
Yeah, I'll probably be off there by now. We've been on here for 2 hours.
2 hours? Holy shit, dude. I see what happens, dude. You just get a hold of the non-important people once the show's over.
Dude, you were supposed to call me back like 10 hours ago.
You're not wrong. I just want to deny that, but you're not wrong.
Zach says it's for sure going to catch on fire now. When we walked into a shop the other day, he goes, dude, I was like stuck to his video because I thought his bike burnt down. Oh, that's funny. Clickbaiting some bitch. All right, get that turbo on there. Hammer, he said he's going to take a belt across your ass with that Goldwing because he's putting his big turbo on there.
Yeah, Hammer's fucking done, son. They're going to be calling him fucking needle dick when I'm done.
Carter says, come get some, penny bitch. Oh.
All coming from the guy who fucked me on a carburetor. That must have been some magic in that bowl, dude. He's keeping it for this break.
All right, man. Get back to work. I'll talk to you later on.
All right, see you, dude.
All right, later. All right, guys. We've checked on Jimbo Slice, and Jimbo Slice is still alive. He is fixing the airbags on his Goldwing and putting his 107 millimeter turbo on it so he can go run a belt across Jason Carter's ass, is what he said. So at least we know he's still alive. Why is Jason getting real freaky? Oh, Kelly's at work, probably. No, Kelly was on here. Oh, you guys are a handful. I tell you what's not clickbait, Nate. Somebody got a little bit of a heavy hand when he was rattle canning the fender of his truck. Jason, I would agree with that. Oh, wait, not that one. God damn it. Somebody commented too fast. It does look pretty soft. But also, he doesn't have any kids yet, so he doesn't have this. That's kind of how it's rolling, isn't it? I'll probably stay on here another, I don't know, let's call it 10 or 15 minutes, and then I got to get off here. I got shit to do tonight. We have behaved all night. Now we have to act up. So whoever you new people are, if you're still on here, I am sorry, but these guys are going to get a little crazy in here, just to let you know. Is James Fox still in here? I was to mention Zach Hensel should get an award. Why should Zach Hensel get an award? Because he has Fords and a lot of them. Well, Nate, we must have scared some people off. It dropped down 3 watchers right after I did that. Dude, I'm not hating at all. I'm just telling you, it looked really soft. Oh, shit, we just went up 3 more. Your beard looked really soft last night. It looks like you really take care of your beard. Oh, man. Jason Carter is still talking shit to Jimbo. I'm not posting that. You read it in the comments. And here's Nate sending me damn pictures on my phone while I'm on here. Haley, I don't need to hear that shit. You're like my daughter. Go away. You show 8. You're on friend book. There's 17 on here. Man, we had some new people on here that liked it. That's cool. He is nasty. I told you he was nasty. How cool is this? I can see who all liked the post and who all hearted the post. Some of you bitches need to get together with it, damn it. Because you're on here and ain't a damn like or a heart or nothing. Talon, what if we braid them together? Like I split one off here. All right, guys, here we go. Chris Pierce says Thursday night on Nonsensical Network, he has a big name Grand National truck pulling champion on there. James Fox, thanks for jumping in here, man. Glad you can catch one episode out of 20 since Zachary was on here. I mean, I only throw out your company name every single week. You're welcome. I'll call you tomorrow, though. Are you talking about my beard? Right here? Haley Schaub, this is 100% going to happen. You're just going to have to get used to it. Like, wait until Jimbo comes rolling in on his Goldwing / Road Glide in a pair of American flag panties with nipple tassels on. Chris Pierce says his Thursday night show is Jason Brammer. His truck is called Corn Fed. No, he won't have a thong on. They're just they're American flag like swimming shorts or something. I shared this video. Anybody else see that video that I posted on Facebook of Nate and his S10? That was awesome. There is no doubt about that. We're healthy, Talon. That's what we call ourselves. Healthy. Look, Nate, look how many people watched your video since I posted it on Friendbook. That was awesome. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. All right, all you losers. I think I'm getting off here for tonight. I still got a Cobalt to fix. Mama said you're husky. Hey, just leave it to Nate to come over here and start making fat jokes at me. It was still funny. Hell yeah, that's what I do too. It's called a seafood diet. You see food and you eat it. Get it? Did. Night, Katie Mitchell. Yep, the old Cobalt. I got to get it done tonight so it can get delivered. So, all right, you heathens, I'm going to go work. I appreciate everybody jumping on here tonight. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Share this stream. You can go on YouTube. You can copy. You can paste it. Share it to all your friends. Let's see how many more people we can get in here. Please. Please. It would really highly make these things worth it. I mean, we have fun. Let's not get it messed up, but it'd be a lot more fun if we continue to make some more friends, right? So let's get this shit rolling. I'm going to need your guys' help. So don't forget, Monday nights, Chris Pierce, Nonsensical Network. Me, Tuesday nights. Jimbo Slice on Underbuilt Garage's YouTube channel. They generally do a Wednesday night shop talk also. Jump in on that one. It gets a little bit crazy in that one too. Now they haven't done it for the past couple of weeks, but I'm pretty sure they're doing it tomorrow. So jump on there for that one. And then Chris Pierce again on Thursday on Nonsensical Network. And then I think Chris Pierce again on Friday on Nonsensical Network. So, guys, we got podcasts literally every night of the week. There's not one reason why us friends can't stick together and support each other. So throw the shit up on a TV, on your phone, on your laptop, on your wife's watch. Who cares? Just throw it up, support the channels. I appreciate all you guys supporting us. Also, keep in mind, I know there's only 8 of you on here, but I am starting to think about possibly doing a calendar for 2027. We Broke Garage calendar. I'm going to take picture submissions until October 31st. If you want to try to be on that calendar, get me over a picture of your hot rod. Share that out with some people too. Get me over your favorite picture of your hot rod. I'm going to go through them, and we're going to pick some fun ones to throw in a calendar and publish them in a We Broke Garage 2027 calendar. So, guys, have a good night. I'm going to go do some shit. I'll yak at you later on. See y'all.